Gonna throw again. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so that's whistled dead, and the ball gets placed at the 40-yard line. A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10, up at the 40. They'll throw. It's Penix. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
You see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off. And now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on one or two of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
On second down, here's Penix. He'll get that to Cadero High. And he'll be marked down the 45-yard line. A pickup of 15 in the air. It's good for a Falcon first down. Back to throw. Here's Penix. He's hit as he throws. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Again, it's Penix. That's caught. It's Charlie Werner, the tight end. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 24 through the air. First down, Atlanta.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Quick slant into the hands of Mooney. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Throwing again, it's Penix. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal. They'll go big, 3 tight ends in the formation for 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Robinson trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
This defense is able to get the hold here on first down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4-down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
And this is not going to do it either. Stop for no gain. And just like that, it's 3rd and goal.
This offense is finding out the hard way, Mike. There is just not a lot of room to operate against this defense down near the goal line.
On 3rd and goal, it's Penix. He's got it at the 3. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force 4th down.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
19 tight.
4th down, and here's Penix. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
It's cooked, bro.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession. And that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on 4th down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead. But it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop. And that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here we go, sack. Shaheed in motion. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw is Darnold. He tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted.
Yeah.
By Aiden Ellis. You talk about the opportune time. The defense helps close the gap. A huge play to make this one a closer game.
Yeah, and anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it back for 6, and they get themselves right back into this game.
Now Penix. The pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for 2. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Cup in motion. They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a 1st down. Shaheed in motion. They'll go play action with Darnold. He'll get this complete to Walker. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one? They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker. He is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have
the pressure too much, and he goes down.
Sam Darnold sacked. A 10-yard loss on the play. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He'll air it out down the middle. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Here's Darnold. This is caught. He's got a long way to go. And this is not going to do the trick. Not even close to where they needed to be. Turn it over. On down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
They'll throw on first down with Penix. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Darnold now on first and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up second and 7. At the 40
Second and 7. On the handoff, this is Walker. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Seahawks first down.
And this will not be a spike. He faked it. And this is going to blow up on them. So much for a fake. It's a sack. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So after the loss on first, here's second and 14.
Go set. Set.
On play action, here's Darnold. To take a shot. Downfield, looking for Cup. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ball.
And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. And the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go. Now the lefty Penix on first down. He's going to air this one out. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jones.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's going to be incomplete. Hubbard very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. Stay set.
Off the play fake, it's Darnold. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff.
The Seahawks will
Looking out of the gun, it's Darnold. That'll be caught. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is.
Jason Myers to kick
So the
off
kickoff
for
team
Seattle.
out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll get as much as he can protecting the football as he dives to the ground. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
19, Tiger. 18, Pioneer. 19, Lion. 79, Bronco. Check up.
Throwing is Penix. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. Come 19. Come. Left wing 19.
Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it.